All right, run drag here inside the cemetery. This is a cool little marker that I accidentally stepped on for a second. I didn't knock it down, by the way, it was already there. What makes this kind of cool, when I look down, as you can see, he was part of Battery B, the artillery company. Now, what makes that so unique to myself and my family, my direct descendant, Alfred, would have served on the gun with this guy at one point in time, especially if he made it through Gettysburg, which he probably did. It says 1843 to 1901, so he definitely would have been at the Battle of Gettysburg, and he might have known my ancestor, who did not survive. If you ever see the gun over in the Varnum Armory and you see the dent on the side of it, that is where a Confederate solid shot struck, and then striking Alfred to the point where he would lose his arm and he would bleed out. You don't survive from artillery injuries. And then the families fought to where he was buried. He is somewhere in Exeter, and we're really not sure where. They're trying to find it, or I think it might be actually South Kingston that he's down there, that they're looking for him. But this is one of his units. That's kind of cool. There's a couple Civil War guys over here. Here's another Battery B guy. Right here, I really wish they'd fix his stone, his marker. He deserves better than that. I wonder if this is to prop it up afterwards. I wonder what this one is. Oh, look at that. There was a dragonfly on that. So many mushrooms in here. Do not eat the mushrooms inside of a cemetery unless you really want to trip. And definitely make sure that they're edible before you start eating them. Some of these mushrooms will kill you within seconds of ingesting them. So before you go mushroom hunting, make sure you know what you're doing. Now these little guys on the tree, I think they're called steak mushrooms. I think those are edible. I still would not go eating those out of a cemetery, seeing how this tree is probably growing out of one of these coffins. This thing is not old. This is a very young tree, so it's definitely being fueled. And it's kind of cool right here. There's a snake hole in there. I'm not going to stick my finger down there. A couple of them. So he probably went in there because it looks like there's some rodents digging around this thing. So kind of cool. I'm going to keep going, take some more pictures, and I'll post this up later. Give you guys one more sight. Be careful when you're walking in old cemeteries. One of the biggest hazards is falling in the plots, especially here. You don't want to do that. So stick to the paths as much as you can. I mean, if you're going to go straight on to read that stuff, watch your steps. As you don't want to be that person falling into someone's coffin. I can guarantee you that you won't have that so fresh smell afterwards. And you're going to have a lot of trauma to deal with throughout your life. Just make sure you walk. There's a lot of veterans in here, so if you ever get a chance to come down here, do so.